Have you ever felt like the dating world is one big puzzle, and no matter how many pieces you think you've figured out, something still doesn't fit? Maybe you've read all the advice, watched countless videos, and tried to do everything right, but the results still leave you frustrated, confused, or even heartbroken. Here's the truth. It's not your fault. You see, we've all been taught to approach relationships in ways that don't actually work. We've been told to be nice, to play it cool, or to be alpha. But what if I told you that the real key to understanding women isn't about playing a role? It's about seeing what most men miss entirely. Today I'm going to reveal something most relationship experts won't tell you. Women, just like men, have hidden vulnerabilities. These aren't flaws, and they're not secrets to exploit. They're keys to understanding how women think, feel, and connect on a deeper level. And if you learn to navigate them with authenticity and respect, you'll stop chasing women and start building real, meaningful connections. Stick with me until the end of this video, because the last point I'll share is not only the easiest to apply, but also the most powerful in shifting the dynamic of any relationship. Let's start with the first weakness: the need for emotional consistency. Women thrive on stability, especially in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable. They're naturally drawn to men who are emotionally consistent, men who don't overreact, vanish when things get tough, or let their moods swing wildly from one extreme to the other. Think about it. How often do you hear about women feeling frustrated with men who send mixed signals? One day, they're attentive and caring. The next, they're distant or unavailable. Here's the solution. If you say you're going to do something, follow through. If you promise to be there for her, show up. It's not about being perfect, it's about being reliable. Consistency doesn't just build trust, it builds attraction. Why? Because when a woman feels secure with you, she can let her guard down. And when she lets her guard down, she begins to connect with you on a deeper level. Weakness number 2, the desire for attention with meaning. Here's a reality check. Women don't just want attention, they want meaningful attention. The kind that feels genuine and thoughtful, not the surface level kind they can get from likes or comments on social media. The key here is quality over quantity. You don't have to text her all day or shower her with endless compliments. Instead, pay attention to the small things that matter to her. For example, if she mentions she's stressed about a presentation at work, follow up the next day and ask how it went. That one thoughtful question will mean more to her than a dozen generic compliments. When you show her that you're not just noticing her, but truly seeing her, it creates a connection that most men overlook. Weakness number 3, the intrigue of mystery and depth. Let me tell you something women won't say out loud. They love a good mystery, but I'm not talking about playing hard to get or being intentionally distant. I'm talking about showing her that there's more to you than meets the eye. Here's how you do it. Don't reveal everything about yourself all at once. Share your passions, your goals, and even your vulnerabilities, but do it gradually as the relationship evolves. Think of it like reading a great novel. If you give her the entire plot on the first page, there's no reason for her to keep reading. But if each chapter reveals something new and exciting, she'll be hooked. Mystery isn't about manipulation. It's about showing her that you're a multidimensional person with layers worth discovering. So far, we've covered 3 key weaknesses: emotional consistency, meaningful attention, and the power of mystery. Which one resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And don't go anywhere, because the next 4 points are not only game-changing, but they'll completely shift the way you approach relationships. If you found value in this so far, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that helps you become the best version of yourself, not just in relationships, but in life. Weakness number 4, the quiet power of shared vulnerability. Here's something most men misunderstand. Women are not drawn to perfection. They're drawn to authenticity. They want to connect with someone real, someone who's not afraid to show their human side. Now, I'm not saying you should unload all your struggles on her on the first date. That's overwhelming. What I am saying is this: let her see glimpses of your vulnerability at the right moments. Imagine this. She shares a story about how she felt uncertain about a big decision in her life. Instead of brushing it off or jumping to offer solutions, you respond with something like, I get that. I remember feeling the same way when I was trying to decide whether to take a job that scared me. This kind of response does two things. It shows empathy, and it opens the door for her to see you as someone who isn't afraid to be honest about their struggles. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength. It builds trust, and trust is the foundation of any meaningful connection. Here's the key. Share just enough to show her that you're human, but always pair your vulnerability with strength. For example, if you talk about a challenge, also share what you learned from it or how you overcame it. This balance makes you relatable and inspiring at the same time. Weakness number 5, the craving for playful leadership. Leadership isn't just about being in charge. It's about guiding interactions with confidence and playfulness. Women love a man who can take the lead, not in a controlling way, but in a way that makes life feel more exciting and effortless. Think about planning a date. Instead of saying, "What do you want to do?" flip the script. Say something like, "I've got 2 ideas, sushi at that cool rooftop spot or a casual picnic by the lake. What sounds better?" This kind of playful leadership shows that you're decisive, thoughtful, and creative. It also takes the pressure off her, which she'll appreciate more than you realize. Women often feel like they have to carry emotional and logistical weight in relationships, so when you step up and guide things in a fun, lighthearted way, it's incredibly attractive. Here's another way to apply this. When a moment calls for spontaneity, embrace it. Let's say you're out for a walk, and you pass a street performer playing a great song. Pull her into an impromptu dance, or make a silly joke about joining the performance. These little moments of playful leadership create memories she'll hold on to. The bottom line, leadership doesn't have to be serious or formal. It can be as simple as being the guy who knows how to make life feel a little more adventurous. Weakness number 6, the emotional highs of surprise and novelty. There's a psychological principle called the hedonic treadmill, which means that people quickly adapt to the things they once found exciting. Relationships are no exception. If things become too predictable, the spark fades. Women crave novelty and surprise, not in a dramatic soap opera way, but in small, thoughtful gestures that show you're paying attention. For example, if she's been talking about how much she misses the beach, surprise her with a mini beach-themed evening at home. Bring over some tropical drinks, play ocean sounds, and light a candle that smells like sunscreen. It's simple, creative, and shows her that you listen and care. Surprises don't have to be expensive or elaborate. The best ones come from thoughtfulness. Maybe you leave her a note in her favorite book, or you send her a text midday saying, "I just remembered that funny story you told me about your dog. Still cracks me up." These moments disrupt the monotony of daily life and create emotional highs that deepen her attachment to you. The best part? They're easy to pull off with just a little bit of effort. Weakness number 7, the deep connection through listening. Here's a fact that will transform the way you connect with women. Most men don't really listen. They hear words but don't fully absorb the emotions or intentions behind them. That's why a man who listens deeply stands out so powerfully. Listening isn't just about staying quiet while she talks. It's about making her feel seen, heard, and understood. Pay attention to her tone, her expressions, and what she's really trying to say beneath the surface. If she's venting about a bad day at work, don't immediately jump in with solutions. Instead, acknowledge her feelings. "That sounds frustrating. How did you deal with it?" This simple act of validation creates a safe emotional space where she feels comfortable opening up. And when a woman feels emotionally safe with you, her attraction deepens in ways that physical gestures alone can't achieve. Here's a pro tip. After she shares something, follow up later. For instance, if she mentions a big meeting, text her the next day to ask how it went. It shows that you not only listen, but also care enough to remember. We've now covered 4 more essential points: the power of shared vulnerability, playful leadership, the thrill of novelty, and the art of deep listening. Which one of these resonates with you the most? Or better yet, which one do you think you'll start applying first? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you found value in this so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, the final section will tie everything together and leave you with a game-changing perspective on relationships. Stay tuned. This is where everything comes full circle. As we dive into the final stretch, let me share something crucial. All the strategies we've covered so far, emotional consistency, meaningful attention, playful leadership, and the rest, are just pieces of a bigger puzzle. They set the foundation for the most powerful connection builder of all, emotional alignment. Weakness number 8, the unspoken power of emotional alignment. Women are deeply emotional creatures, but here's what many men don't realize. They're not just looking for someone who can understand their emotions. They're searching for someone who can align with them. What does that mean? It means being able to share her joys, frustrations, and fears in a way that feels natural and effortless. Emotional alignment isn't about solving her problems or agreeing with everything she says. It's about showing her that you're on the same wavelength. For example, if she's excited about something small, like finding a new coffee shop she loves, match her enthusiasm. That's awesome. Let's go there next time. I want to see what the hype's about. On the flip side, if she's feeling overwhelmed, don't just brush it off. Instead, acknowledge her feelings. I can tell you've got a lot on your plate right now. Is there anything I can do to help, or do you just need to vent? This kind of response shows her that you're emotionally present, which builds trust and fosters a connection that goes beyond surface-level attraction. Emotional alignment is what makes her feel like you truly get her, and that's priceless. Weakness number 9, the need for respectful independence. Here's a paradox that confuses many men. Women want closeness, but they also need space. They want to feel cherished, but not smothered. This balance is one of the hardest things to master, but once you do, it changes everything. Respectful independence means being able to prioritize your own life, goals, and interests without neglecting her. It's about showing her that while she's important to you, she's not your entire world. And that's not a bad thing. For instance, if you're working on a personal project or spending time with friends, don't feel the need to constantly check in. When you do reconnect, she'll value the time and attention you give her even more because it's not overdone. This approach also works in reverse. Encourage her independence, support her in pursuing her own goals, interests, and friendships. When a woman feels respected for who she is as an individual, she'll naturally gravitate toward you because you've given her something most men don't, the freedom to be herself. Weakness number 10, the desire for a shared vision. The final piece of the puzzle, and arguably the most important, is this. Women are deeply attracted to men who can inspire a shared vision for the future. While chemistry and compatibility are essential, they're not enough to sustain a relationship long term. Women want to feel like they're part of something bigger than just casual dates or fleeting moments. They want a partner who has a clear sense of direction and includes them in that journey. Here's how to build this shared vision. 1. Know your own goals. Before you can inspire her, you need to have clarity about where you're headed. Whether it's advancing in your career, traveling the world, or starting a family, know what matters most to you. 2. Share your aspirations. Talk about your goals with excitement and invite her to share hers too. For example, you might say, one of my dreams is to start my own business someday. What about you? What's something you've always wanted to do? 3. Create joint experiences. Start building small shared experiences that align with your vision. It could be something as simple as taking a class together or planning a trip that ties into your mutual interests. When she sees that you're not just living in the moment, but actively building a life that includes her, it creates a deep sense of partnership. And that's what turns a good connection into something truly lasting. So there you have it, the top 10 female weaknesses every man must know. But let me leave you with this. Understanding these dynamics isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about building a deeper, more authentic connection. Relationships aren't a one-sided equation. They thrive when both people feel valued, respected, and understood. These strategies are tools, not tricks, to help you bring out the best in yourself and your partner. Now, here's what I want you to do. Take just one of these points and apply it in your next interaction. Maybe it's listening more deeply, showing playful leadership, or aligning with her emotions. Then come back and share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear how it went. If this video resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. And remember, becoming the kind of man who understands and connects with women on a meaningful level isn't just about them. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Thanks for sticking with me until the end. You've just taken a massive step toward mastering relationships, and I'm excited to see where this journey takes you.